You begin to see so many things that's happening to let you know that the end is near. We don't know exactly when Jesus will show up, but we know that the ending, according to what he's written in the book, is already in place. And because the end of it is already in place, there is always a possibility for him to show up. The Bible said in the beginning of the end, you will see various wars and rumors of wars. Talk of the weather change. You talk about man's heart being brutal and children being mean to each other and to parents and ungrateful and unruly.
Yes.
You talk of the things that we are seeing now in this time and in this season.
Amen.
There are so many minds and so many people that are so unhappy and they're not settled in their way of thinking.
Yes.
Statistics have proven that people are now straying away from God, and there is an upgrowth in the atheism. The big organization is growing more and more and more. Because people want the true and living God, but they're searching in the wrong place. And when they see, hear, or come to the place that's called the church where God is supposed to be showing up, the signs and wonders and miracles should be a way of life in there instead of just a surprise and an excitement. I don't want to take away the excitement, but you know, there should be an expectation of signs and wonders and miracles in the church.
Yes.
Amen.
Because God declared it to be so. There should be a disappointment because they're not there in places where they're not.
That's right.
There should be a burning of the heart and mind of those that are there, wanting to know more, wanting to see God in their presence and the manifestation of what He's promised come before their faces.
Amen.
There should be a burning in your heart that wherever you go, because the greater one is abiding in you.
All right.
That greater is He that is in you than he that is in the world. And wherever you go, the authority of who you are, through the grace of God, manifests itself to those who do not know Him. You should see God every day in such a manner that you can declare to God, will you use me?
Amen.
Will you pour down in me the depths of your anointing and give me discernment that I may see those that are hurting and those that are left behind? Will you give me the courage to go forth and do the work that you call for me to do?
Amen.
Because there are many people in the earth today that are prisoners of darkness. Many people that are so unhappy and blind and know not where to go.
That's right.
Many people in the place of despondency, and they do not even understand that God does heal and God does deliver and God does love and God does move as He promised that He would, and that God still watches over His word to perform it.
Amen. Yes, amen.
And many people who don't understand that God's word is spirit and life and health unto all our flesh. Oh, so many. Everywhere you go, the smiles have been stolen and laughter does not exist anymore. Wherever you go, there's always a complaint and there's always a problem in the hearts and in the minds of man. And people are so unhappy because they're not seeing the demonstration of what God intended us to have as a human being. He created us because He wanted someone to love. And He expected us to walk as He is, because as God is, so are we in this world. And therefore we should be walking with that love. We should be walking with such a peace that it surpasses understanding as it gird our hearts and our minds through Christ Jesus. We need to walk with unshakable peace.
Amen.
Not moved by the things that around us. Paul said, listen, these things don't move me. I'm persuaded that neither death nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor power, nor things present, things to come, height, depth, nothing can separate me from the love of God. So if you know that you are the love of God, should unshakable peace enter in and abide there?
Amen.
It is He that said, if you abide in my word and my word abide in you, you can ask what you will and it shall be done unto you.
Amen.
And then you walk in my word, you please me. And then a man's ways please me. I give him wisdom and knowledge and happiness, and this send a man the task of storing the wealth and riches to hand it over to the one that pleases me.
Amen. Yes. Hallelujah.
I'm always there.
Amen.
I never leave. I never forsake you. There are growing times in our life, even as those of you that have children and realize that your children will have growing times, and you must understand there will be growing pains, and you must know that you can train your child while they are young, and there must be a testing framework when you release them to go forth and allow the testing to take place, that you may see whether they learned or whether they went into the spirits or not. There are testing times that I have for my children, says the Holy One of Israel. When you go through the testings of the things of the earth, when you must realize that I am with you. You must realize that when the enemy come against you like a flood, I am there standing against him. But there are needs for testings in your life, that you may have a testimony to tell others of what I have done in your life, that you may stand strong and firm and steadfast in me, knowing that I am God, and because I am with you, it is greater than the whole world that may be against you. You must stand strong and declaring that you are more than a conqueror because of the greater one that's in you. It's not of your own might, of your own power, but it's by the might and power of the Holy Spirit that you are able to walk as a mighty conqueror, walking in the realms of the places that I've called you to be, with my name and my authority abiding on the inside of you, knowing that wherever you go, I have arranged in you the authority to change the atmosphere and walk in the essence of my thoughts and in the fullness of the things that I've sent you. You must know that you are bold and strong in who I am, because I am in you and you are in me. Therefore we are in each other. Who is there that can stand against me, children?
Yes.
Who is there that can stop me from moving on your behalf? Will you trust me to the point to know that I am there?
Yes.
Even in the midst of your despondency, I'm there. Have I not said, and I unto those of a broken heart and a contrite spirit, I'll not despise?
Yes.
Did I not carry you in the midst of the roughest seasons of your life when you thought you could not make it? And one of the times that I raised dead things in your life, and I gave it new life. Can you trust me? And your trust in me, can you walk in unshakable peace? Knowing because I'm with you is greater than the whole world, and every object things may come against you.
Hallelujah.
Can you stand strong in me and trust me, children? I love you as a father could love. To the depths of who I am, I cannot love you anymore because my love is maxed. And I'll never fall short in giving you my love.
Hallelujah.
So word of the Lord to you this morning. He's trying to just encourage you.
Amen.
Not only you, but me too. We all go through trying and hard times.
Yes.
We all do.
Yes. Yes.
It's not what you're going through that move God. It's how you're handling the circumstance and situation. Are you declaring that He is Lord all by Himself? He is Lord. Lord means ultimate owner. And the strange thing, Lord doesn't only mean ultimate owner. Go back, check it out. There is also a Greek word for Lord meaning tyrant. And sometimes God allows us to go through a testing.
Yes.
And you think, what is this tyrant doing?
Hallelujah.
But that same tyrant is on your side because he owns you. And he's responsible for you. And he allows you to go to a certain point, and testings go through a certain point. It doesn't matter what die in your testing, it's you completing it pleasing to him, because surely he'll resurrect what die.
Yes. Amen.
And so we must learn to walk in unshakable peace.
Yes.
God is dealing with us in unshakable peace. He is dealing with it in such a strong and such a solid realm. As he was leaving the disciples in John 14, verse 23, all this I've spoken while still with you, Jesus talking. But the Counselor, the Holy Spirit, whom the Father will send in my name, will teach you all things. And he will remind you of everything I've said to you. Verse 27, peace I leave with you. My peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. So do not let your hearts be troubled, but neither let it be afraid. I'm going away, he said. I've told you I'm going away to prepare a place for you. And when I go, I will come back and receive you. Oh, God. That means that you have been set with everything that is needed. That will put you in a place of safety and security that Jesus has prepared for each one of you.
Amen. Yes.
That when he comes,
yes,
you are prepared. Because he is coming back to get you.
yes.
Are you hearing what I'm saying to you? Let this abide in your mind. Let it become alive on the inside of you. But the main thing is that he's not only coming back to get you, he left you and promised you he'd never leave you. Therefore, he said to you, walk in comfort, walk in peace, walk in unshakable peace. Because the world can't give this, but I can. So I leave it with you that you may have it.
Yes.
In the midst of your trying times, you can know that I am there. I always supply your need. Even when you're in darkness, I've not left you. I engulf you.
Yes.
As I engulfed Moses in the darkness of the cliffs. And when I walk by, I clear the things up. And when I move my hands, you'll discover that a miracle has been performed on your behalf.
Hallelujah.
Whatever you need,
Yes.
I've supplied.
Yes. Thank you, Lord.
Why is that so? Because wherever I go through, I clear up.
Yes.
And when I leave, the brightness of darkness that's now taking place. And darkness no longer exists. It's called a time of rejoicing. Because in your joy, my joy is fulfilled.
Amen.
Are you hearing this?
Amen.
Yes.
If you've never been in a place where you didn't know what is the next step for your life, if you've ever been in a place where all around you is darkness, where the walls seem to be coming in even as they did on Job, God, I look to the east and west and north and south and nothing's happening. When you've tried everything that you know in your power to get this accomplished, and you just don't know, God, I don't know what to do. Even in your prayer, you don't know if you want to pray anymore.
Amen.
Because your heart is so troubled. So many things are going on. It doesn't matter how you got there. The point is you are there. And you said, God, you promised me that when I'm in trouble that I called you. And you will hear me. You said that, God. But you're calling and it doesn't seem like nothing is happening in your heart. Is more trouble, oh God. Do now. It's the midnight hours and I don't know where to turn and what I need, God. It just don't seem to be there. God, what shall I do? You ever been there?
Yes.
And yet there's no answer during the time of your prayer. And in your heart of heart, there is still this sound that we're teaching on. Have peace. Have my unshakable peace.
Jesus.
For I saw what you were going through before you went there. And I prepared for you even as I prepared a dinner before you in the presence of your enemy. You got to trust in me. Know that I am real, and you must understand that I am there in the midst of it all, because before you came, I was there waiting. I've set the standard for you. And I said the just must live by faith. Can you believe my word and stand on your faith? Because faith is now. Whatever the circumstance may be, I am there. And let my unshakable peace bring you through this.
Amen.
By resting in the very depths of my thoughts. For in my thoughts there's pleasantry. In my thoughts there's sights that you can see through discernment before you even get there. In my thoughts my ways have gone before you. And my ways have set the path, and it lifts up the valleys and set them straight, and bring the mountains down and set them straight. And it laid a pathway out for you, that you may move forward in such a mighty force, in a mighty way,
Amen.
doing my plans and doing my will for your life, that you may walk in the pleasantries of my kingdom and enjoy me as your Father.
Hallelujah.
It comes in unshakable peace.
Hallelujah.
When in the midst of the storm, you can continue to work. In the midst of the storm and the raging weather, you would say that my God is there.
Yes.
And my God protects me.
Yes.
And my God surrounds me.
Amen.
In the midst of the raging storm, you could know, I am at peace.
Yes.
Because my God is with me.
Amen.
And is greater than all things that be against me and surround me.
Hallelujah.
And you can rest in me. You can rest in the peace of my heart and in the peace of my mind. You can rest knowing that I am your Lord. That your responsibility of good things come in my hand, because all good gifts and all precious gifts and all great gifts comes from me.
Amen.
And so in the timing and plan and season of my life, of your life, that I release these things. It's in the obedience of your walk, according to what I've spoken for you, that you see a manifestation of these things, and you look not at another man's, but you will look at yours. You will look not at another man's and saying, God, how come they are having and I'm not? But you will keep your eyes steadfast in me.
Amen.
And your mind will burn in my mind to know. And I shall surely release to you in the times and seasons a path of comfort that is needed for that time that you're in. I will come to your aid, and I promise you, says God, that I will bring you relief. That surely you can tell others that your God is healer still, deliverer still, his arms are strong, and there's nothing that can stop nor detain them from moving according to the plan. Walk in my unshakable peace. In the midst of my in the midst of my unshakable peace.
Yes. Yes.
There's such joy.
Yes.
And children, I made a promise to you. Didn't I promise you that I send you a counselor? My son said it. He came and he delivered you from the dregs of sin. He gave you a new life, and he paid your price of sin in full. And he took the debt upon his hands, and he showed you how it is demonstrated upon the earth, the power and the authority under which you are supposed to walk. And as he take the journey, when he took the cross on your behalf, the punishment he took, and going into the depths of hell on your behalf, that you do not go there. But on the third day, he and I connected in a strong way through the Holy Spirit that I sent to get him. And he came and he said to you, look, all power and glory has been given to me. Now I give it back to you.
Yes.
Walk in it.
Hallelujah.
Walk in the unshakable peace.
Yes.
Walk in the authority that I've given you, that you may understand that I am God and there is none other.
Hallelujah.
That you can rest in the comfort of my arms, that you can lay on my bosom, and the peace is so comfortable that when I fold my arms, you rest, and when I close my eyes, you go to sleep.
Yes.
But you rest in me, and knowing that I've said to you that I am there, and I will never leave you, and I will never forsake you. I'm standing strong, even in the midst of the hard times and the difficult seasons. I am there.
Yes.
You must know that you are never to compare yourself to any other. You are single, and you are in love with me, and I am in love with you. And lovers always give the very best to each other.
Hallelujah.
Things to forever be remembered. You're not forsaken.
Hallelujah. Thank you, Lord.
Walk in the unshakable peace that I've sent, and the unshakable peace that I've given you, that you may understand that I am there.
Yes.
Right there with you.
Hallelujah. Yes.
Right there.
Yes, Lord.
Standing side by side. And consequently, no weapons that are forged against you can prosper.
Hallelujah.
I stand by my word to perform them. So if you don't believe me, believe my word.
Yes.
For my words are higher than I. Because I can swear by no one else high, I swear by myself in my words. My words will forever stand strong, even when heaven and earth pass away.
Yes.
My word will forever be established. They never return to me void, you know.
Hallelujah.
They fulfill the purpose. They are obedient in the things that I sent for them to do.
Yes.
And they fulfill the purpose before returning to me.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lord. Yes, God.
Help me trust me to believe that I am.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, Lord.
Hallelujah, Jesus.
Hallelujah.
You got to turn it all around. You got to believe this.
Amen.
You got to know that God is in your life in the midst of the journey that you're traveling in. You got to know that whatever the circumstance or situation is that you must determine to walk in God's unshakable peace. You can walk in God's unshakable peace when you realize that He is faithful and promised. And when you even have doubts in your mind and your mind doesn't want to go there, pick up a book that makes the promises of God. Go to the book that tells you the promises of God. The book that relates to you in the words that He spoke and written. And surely the words will become alive on the inside of you as you speak it.
Yes.
For you see, the attacks of darkness will make you believe that you're left alone. And darkness cannot stand where my light is. And my light is always in the Word. And as you take my word and you begin to speak my word in the circumstance and situation, even if you cannot speak them from remembrance, speak them from my book.
Amen.
Thank you.
Yes.
For they are just as effective, you know.
Amen.
As you speak them directly from my book, as if you're speaking them from the memory of your mind and your heart.
Amen.
Because I always honor my word.
Yeah.
Because me and my word are what?
Hallelujah.
And I honor my word.
Yes.
If you walk in the depths of who I am, children, how many ways may I say that you may understand? How many ways do you need to hear it that you will know that I am God, and that if you trust me and you trust in my word and you walk in the unshakable peace that I've given you, that nothing shall move you.
Hallelujah. Thank you, Father. Yes, God.
You walk in the essence of my joy
Yeah.
and the fullness of my plan.
Yes.
Oh, family. God is so good to us.
Yes, He is. Yes, He is. Yes.
His presence is here. So strong. I mean, Daddy is here. He's here. He's come to comfort us.
Yes. Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? He is here to give us such a peace, because He says that so many hearts are hurting and so many hearts are disappointed and so many hearts think that they've been left behind. But you have not been left behind. You have not been forsaken.
Yes.
You gotta know that. You gotta know that.
Yes. Yes.
You hear what I'm saying?
Hallelujah.
It's not from the excellence of your flesh, but the obedient trusting of your heart that will bring you into this unshakable peace.
Amen.
You may experience me as you've never experienced me before.
Yes. Hallelujah.
Yes, Lord.
If you would just allow it to abide in you.
Yes, God.
If you just let it go beyond just the hearing and down into your spirit. Grasp it, hold it strongly, believe in it, walk in it, and watch it happen.
Yes, God. Thank you, Father. Yes.
It is so strong in you, so strongly sent to be placed in you, that everything that comes at you and touches you is contaminated by my unshakable peace. And therefore it becomes as peaceful as you. Therefore the raging storms will be quiet.
Yes.
And the enemy will be at peace with you.
Yes.
And the joy of who I am will live in you.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Yes, God.
You will walk in the realms of what I intended.
Yes, God.
And you will understand that, yes, I am God.
Yes, Lord.
All by myself.
Yes.
Supplying the need of all that I've created. And say to them, this is the way.
Yes.
Walk in it.
Yes.
You gotta hear God.
Yes.
You gotta know.
Yes.
Hallelujah. You are not alone.
Thank you, Father.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying to you?
Hallelujah.
You are not alone. Do not base your life on what you see
Yes.
in the
yes.
natural.
Thank you, Lord.
For it's only temporal, says God, and it will come to pass and move on. But it's come to pass to make you strong. It come to pass to help you to get to where I intend you to be. For there are many that are looking at you as living epistles while you walk in the dregs of the rough times of your life, wondering what will you do? Do you not understand that I will deliver you for my sake?
Yes. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Yes, God.
Do not understand that I bring you through the rough seasons,
Yes.
that others may see that I am God, even as I provided in the wilderness for my children in the years gone by. I am still the same God yesterday, today, and forever. I am still providing for my children.
Thank you. Hallelujah. Yes, God.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
I give you abundantly above, beyond what you can ask or ever think. There is no space in your mind that can move as swiftly as I can act, and I've already acted. When you think and walk in the peace that surpasses understanding, and you walk in the peace of my obedience, you will see a manifestation of that is waiting for so long. Children, it is there. You're walking through it. You are walking in it. You just do not have the faith to pull it into the reality of truth. And I'm saying to you, step into your faith and walk in the authority, the faith that moved mountains, the faith that formed the universe, the faith that I hold the whole earth together on the axis that I've spoken is my word, you know. And I've given you my word to stand on. And as you walk in my word and you walk in my truth, surely you shall see the manifestation of the things that you're walking in and the things that you're walking through, and they'll be manifested, and your joy will come forth, and praises will leave your lips. And you'll continue to walk in the realms of my glory.
Yes.
And there will be a relationship between me and you.
Yes. Hallelujah.
Because what I desire is a relationship. Relationship between me and you independently.
Yes.
The relationship with all of us
Yes.
conjointly.
Hallelujah.
It only come together as one.
Yes.
Unshakable peace is there.
Hallelujah.
You may abide in it, and you must make your mind up that I'm God. Because I'm God and because I'm in you, you can do all things through Christ who give you the strength.
Amen. Amen.
Let not your heart be troubled.
Yes.
And you hear my son warning you. For you believe in those who he said believe in me. My Father's house have many rooms.
Yes.
If it were not so, I would not have told you.
Yes.
But because it's so, I go to prepare a place for you.
Yes.
Yes.
And where I am,
Yes.
there you may be also. But
Yes.
I've given you all things on the earth to enjoy, for the earth is mine. The silver and gold, the precious ointments, everything are mine. And because you are heir and joint heirs to my son, Jesus, they are yours too.
Yes. Thank you, Lord.
What is there that I will not give? Have I not said that you walk pleasing to me? I give you the very desires of your heart.
Yes.
Didn't I tell you
Hallelujah.
that when the enemy comes like a flood,
Yes.
I lift the standard for you? See, he can only do the things I allow him to do, but there are times when he go beyond himself, and I've got to step in and stop
Yes.
those things.
Yes. Thank you.
Because I equipped you for a time and season with the things that you need in that time and season. And if he tries to go beyond this testing period, I stop him. For his hands are far too short to box with mine.
Hallelujah.
And I am always fighting on your behalf. Children, it's a fixed fight.
Thank you, Father.
The judges are mine. The man in the ring, the refuge, is mine.
Yes.
How can you lose in anything?
Amen.
Amen.
You either knock the opponent out or they'll vote him down.
Yes.
In any condition, children, you win.
Hallelujah.
Let my peace surpass understanding and let it abide in the midst of who you are.
Yes, God.
Even as I'm here now, I am always with you.
Yes.
Even as I'm here now, my authority and my grace is always with you.
Yes.
You don't have to see a demonstration of my presence and love there. But you must walk by faith. Because in the midst of the faith is where the authority is released.
Amen. Hallelujah.
And the joy of your heart
Hallelujah.
is poured out to you.
Yes.
Family,
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
I'm trying to get there.
Yes. Yes, God.
But God just wants you to know He's here.
Yes.
He just wants you to know how much He loves you. You can
Thank
say,
you,
I
Lord.
wish I could pour this out. It's this massive love right now. It's like I'm there floating in liquid love.
Jesus.
He cares so much for you. He wants you to walk in a peace because the times ahead are so tough.
Yes. Hallelujah.
Yes.
Thank you, Lord.
He even said in His word that it's going to be so tough in the future that He will shorten the days of His beloved ones.
Jesus.
Tribulation is going to be so mean. Evil everywhere. But you got to know that God, He is God
Yes, He is.
all by Himself.
Yes, He is.
And because He's with you, you are more than a conqueror. And because He's with you, you are a born winner.
Yes. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Man.
Come on.